Talk about a fried egg. I lasted about 5 minutes out there. I said, to heck with this. I'll do this in the morning. And I don't have any inside information. The lady that did it, she got in there. She made it happen.
And he doesn't shy away from opinion.
And I do enjoy drinking cold beer at ballparks. So if that makes me a baseball fan, then I'm a diehard baseball fan.
It's Hacker After Dark on 1010XL.
And a very good Friday evening to you, Jacksonville. It is Hacker After Dark, 1010XL 92.5 FM with Dylan Denmark. The Hacker Ryan Green with you. Glad you are with us. A Friday evening that finds us one day closer to the Jaguars and the Titans. Sunday, 1 o'clock. You'll hear the game right here on 1010XL. Of course, a win for Jacksonville gives them the AFC South. I don't know about you, but I know me personally, I am very excited this game is finally coming on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Even though we were off yesterday, and I hope everybody had a great New Year's. Hope you had fun, were safe, and all that great stuff. I had a good time spending time with the family and watching a lot of college football. But it seems that this week has kind of dragged a little bit as we've been getting ready for this game at Everbank Stadium for a chance for the Jacksonville Jaguars to win their third AFC South championship since 1999. Obviously, if they were to lose and if Houston were to win, the Texans would be AFC South champions and the Jaguars would be on the road in round number one. I firmly do not expect that to happen. I think Jacksonville gets it done, and we will certainly talk more about that in one moment. A lot of Jaguars tonight, but you got to remember the college football playoff. Good grief. Ole Miss over Georgia. What a story that is. Indiana just absolutely destroying the Alabama Crimson Tide. Am I surprised Indiana won? No. I was kind of rooting for them to win. I told you guys earlier in the week, I think the idea of Indiana going 16-0 and winning a college football national championship would be one of the biggest stories maybe in the history of college football. But for them to beat the Alabama Crimson Tide, a healthy Alabama team too, at least when the game started, 38-3, I was shocked by that. Curt Cignetti has arrived to Bloomington, and he is now 25-2 in 27 games as the Indiana head coach. Absolutely crazy. So Indiana will play Oregon. Ole Miss will play Miami as the Hurricanes take care of Ohio State. So not exactly the Final Four we all anticipated, right? I don't know how many people had Indiana, Oregon, Miami, and Ole Miss, but one of those four will be your college football national champion. Every night here on Hacker After Dark, we do kick it off with a big deal of the night and Dylan Denmark. Let's do that right now.
Time now for the big deal of the night.
What's the big deal?
What is the big deal?
No big deal.
It is a big deal.
On Hacker After Dark.
Long time. You have to go back to that great season of 1999 to find a year in which the Jacksonville Jaguars won 13 or more games in an NFL regular season. Of course, that year they went 14-2, ultimately made it to the AFC Championship game, where, as we all know, their season was ended abruptly by the hated Tennessee Titans. And ironic enough, as here we are, 26 years later, and the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock can, for the first time since 1999, win 13 or more games in an NFL regular season. And, of course, they are playing the Tennessee Titans. It's all right in front of Jacksonville. A win on Sunday against the 3-win Titans will give them the South, will guarantee them at worst the 3 seed, which guarantees you at worst at least one home playoff game. If for some reason the Jaguars were to fall, then that opens up a whole other ball of wax, which I don't even really want to get into. 17 weeks into the year, 16 games. Of course, this week is week 18 in the National Football League. And dare I say, the Jacksonville Jaguars might be the healthiest team, knock on wood, the healthiest team in the NFL. Even with Travis Hunter and Jordan Lewis both being on IR, they don't have one single person that's questionable for this game on Sunday. Patrick Mekari is out, and 6th-round rookie Jalen McLeod is out. McLeod has not played a snap this season. Outside of Mekari, everybody else that's not on season-ending IR is good to go for this game on Sunday. That's incredible. I mean, that is incredible. 17 weeks, 16 games, and the Jaguars only have 2 contributors on season-ending IR and are only going to be without one guy on Sunday that has played a down this season, and that's guard Patrick Mekari, and, of course, Walker Little will be in for him. Danny Strigow, good to go. Bashal Tutin, good to go. Robert Hainsey, good to go. Ezra Cleveland, Greg Newsome, all the guys that showed up on the injury report. No injury designation as of today. They are good to go. The Jaguars will actually have maybe a quandary at 11:30 Sunday morning when they have to give us some inactives because they're going to have to make some healthy scratches because everybody is so healthy on this football team. How is the game on Sunday going to go, you ask? Well, here's what I'll tell you. I think Tennessee has played better over the last 4 games. It's factual. They're 2-2. They've scored at least 24 points in each of their last 4 games. I think Cam Ward and the Titan offense has found themselves a little bit. I also believe Tennessee is pretty banged up coming into this game. Rookie tight end Gunnar Helm out. Wide receiver Van Jefferson out. Safety Amani Hooker doubtful. Defensive end Arden Key, who of course helped build the city of Jacksonville, as he told us back in the day, he's out. Titans have injury problems. Titans are playing their last game of the year. The Titans are going on vacation on Monday. Jacksonville has everything to play for. And Jacksonville beat this team 25-3 in Nashville about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Having said all that, here is the way that I think it goes. I wouldn't doubt that maybe in the first quarter it's competitive, but I think middle of the third quarter, this is a game that is no longer in question. The Titans secondary is decimated by injury, and they traded off other guys as well. When I say decimated, they basically have options 7 and 8 at corner from back in training camp. And if Amani Hooker doesn't play, they're down to like safeties 5 and 6. Some of their starting secondary members were pulled in off the street about a month ago. It is a makeshift secondary. I think Trevor and this passing game will thrive. I think they're going to put a lot of points on the scoreboard. In fact, I think we may see Nick Mullins in mop-up duty in the fourth quarter. I won't do anything outrageous. I'll say give me Jacksonville 34. Give me Tennessee 16. I think the Jaguars win the game by 3 possessions. I think Sunday night on the 5th quarter, we are celebrating an AFC South championship, and we will be anxiously awaiting the National Football League to release the schedule for Wild Card Weekend, because I think Jacksonville will ultimately end up with the number 3 seed, which likely means Buffalo. And I got to tell you, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Wild Card Weekend would not surprise me at all if that's either Saturday prime time or Sunday prime time on Wild Card Weekend. I'm not sure how many more juicier matchups you will have than Josh Allen and the Bills against Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars if this NFL weekend goes according to how I believe it will go. I think Denver wins, I think New England wins, and I think Jacksonville wins, and I think the Bills are going to be coming to Jacksonville on Wild Card Weekend in what would be an amazing week of build-up leading into that game next week at Everbank Stadium. Speaking of Everbank Stadium, quickly, to the game Sunday. Fans, this is what you've asked for. This is what you've wanted. Get me a competitive product. The Jaguars have done that. Get me a great atmosphere, a great environment to take my family to. That place is going to be rocking on Sunday with a chance to wrap up the third division championship since 1999, and you're playing the hated rival Tennessee Titans. The organization has done their part, and I hope the fans do their part, and I expect them to. This Jaguar fan base has been through the ringer, man. You have been through the black hole, the apocalypse of NFL fandom with a majority of the last 15 to 20 years with this franchise. And yet you have seemingly been there every step of the way. Now that times are good, go out and enjoy yourself. Have it be a festive atmosphere on Sunday at Everbank Stadium, Jaguars, Titans, and I do believe by the end of Sunday afternoon, the Jacksonville Jaguars will be putting T-shirts and hats on that say 2025 AFC South Champions. I was down in the Jaguar locker room earlier this week, had the opportunity to go one-on-one with defensive lineman Matt Dickerson and defensive back Monteric Buster Brown. Boy, Dickerson's a great story. 30 years old, veteran in this league, on the Jaguar practice squad, has worked and worked and worked into now a fairly significant role on the defense. I don't know if you guys are watching. 93 is out there a bunch, and he is contributing. So I'm going to go one-on-one with Matt Dickerson, and we know how good Monteric Brown is. He is playing some of the best football really in the NFL. You look at ratings of cornerbacks around the league. There's not a lot of guys that are rated higher currently than what Monteric Brown has done in the last 5 or 6 weeks. So my one-on-one conversations with Matt Dickerson and Buster Brown in the Jaguar locker room, those are coming up next. On a Friday night here in Northeast Florida, we're glad you're with us. Hacker After Dark, taking you into the weekend right here on 1010XL and on 92.5 FM.
A super defense is like a superior fence. They both protect what you value.
Pass rush, linebacker, secondary.
After the game, Superior Fence and Rail highlights the defensive player of the game on 1010XL.
Happy New Year from Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It is 2026. Is this what you've been waiting for? Is the time now for you to drop the weight with Awaken 180 Weight Loss? Look, the time was right for me. I had to do something. I remember looking at myself in the mirror, just couldn't believe it, man. I was going down a bad path. Found out about the great folks of Awaken 180 Weight Loss, started talking with a coach, and instantly I knew that is exactly what I needed. Awaken 180 changed my life. I lost over 100 pounds. Guys, take it from somebody that lost triple digits on this program. It worked for me. It will work for you. No shots, no pills. You do it the natural way with the terrific coaching of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Call 844-346-1800 or go to Awaken180weightloss.com and do what I did with Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
It's January. You turn on the hot water, expecting steam, and you get let down. That's usually a sign your tankless water heater is loaded with mineral buildup, slowing it down and wearing it out before it's time. So Duck Rooter is kicking the new year off strong with a Start Fresh Tankless Flush. Their experienced technicians flush and clean your tankless system, restoring performance and getting you back in the game. Right now, get your tankless water heater flushed and cleaned for just $99, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Hello, Jacksonville. This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we know not every injury happens on Sundays. Sometimes it's flag football, weekend yard work, or just playing with your kids. That's why we built a team of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, experts in everything from knees and shoulders to spine and sports injuries. Whether you're chasing championships or chasing your dog, we've got you. Learn more at osjax.com. That's osjax.com.
Get an inside look at football's greatest position with Denny Thompson.
I'm Denny Thompson, and they call me the quarterback whisperer.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Tuned up by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
Coach Campo here, and I just want to tell you about the best pizza I've had right here in Duval, and that's Tony D's Pizza. Tony works hard to make every slice perfect. If you love pizza like I do, you need to go to Tony D's, Bay Meadows and 295.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass, still family owned and in business for 100 years. When they say you're going to see a big difference, that's for everything. Custom showers and spas, tabletops, mirrors, even replacing foggy windows, all at a more affordable price. And with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed, Lee and Kate's Glass is your best choice. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Are you ready to reclaim your backyard? Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, Surfside Pools is the trusted name for expert pool design. Family owned and operated, they offer pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools transform your backyard into the oasis that you crave. Are you ready to float happy? Visit surfsidepools.net or call 246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, where luxury meets leisure.
License number CPC 044080.
Here's good advice from your friends here at 1010XL. I'm Frank Frangie. The next time you need to send a gift for a birthday, anniversary, wedding, or just for the fun of it, call the experts at Kuhn Flowers. For over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers does it right.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Hacker After Dark on 1010XL.
Glad you're with us. Hacker After Dark till 10 o'clock. 1010XL, 92.5 FM. Couple of NFL games kick off week 18 tomorrow, right? You got Tampa Bay, Carolina. Interesting thing about that game is at the time, people thought, well, that's a win and get in scenario for both teams. And while it is win and you're in for Carolina, it is not win and you're in for Tampa Bay. If Tampa Bay wins, well, their season is still alive, but they will then also need New Orleans to beat Atlanta. If Carolina loses, well, they're not eliminated, because if the Saints beat the Falcons, then Carolina gets in. It's a weird, quirky deal where a three-way tie would still give it to Carolina. So long story short, Carolina wins tomorrow. They are in as NFC South champions. If Tampa Bay wins, we have to wait until Sunday to see who wins the NFC South. The game tomorrow night is the much juicier one, San Francisco, Seattle, out in the Bay Area. Both teams are in the playoffs, but the winner tomorrow night gets home field in the NFC, where the loser tomorrow night is on the road wild card weekend against either Tampa Bay or Carolina. How would you like that? How would you like, say, Tampa wins the division at 8-9. Let's say Seattle loses tomorrow night. So an 11-5 Seattle team would be the 5 seed and have to travel across the country to play at 8-9 Tampa Bay. That's how the NFL works. Division winners get the home games on wild card weekend. So a huge game tomorrow night, 49ers Seahawks. Winner gets home field. Loser has to travel across the country on wild card weekend next week. So a lot to get into, but obviously it's all about the Jacksonville Jaguars. They play Tennessee Sunday, 1 o'clock. You'll hear it right here on 1010XL. Earlier this week, I was down in the Jaguar locker room. I had the opportunity to go one-on-one with what I think is one of the better stories on the roster, defensive lineman Matt Dickerson. Matt Dickerson's a guy, 30 years old, veteran in this league, was on the Jaguar practice squad, worked his tail off. Obviously, the coaches noticed. They activated Matt Dickerson about 2 months ago, and the guy's never left the 53. In fact, he's getting starter quality reps, starter quantity reps on that defensive line. Dare I say, the reason Mason Smith has been inactive, quite frankly, is the play of Matt Dickerson. I had the opportunity to catch up with Matt earlier this week down at the Miller Electric Center. Here is that conversation on Hacker After Dark. Inside the Jaguar locker room, Jaguars getting ready for the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. We got Jaguar D lineman Matt Dickerson with us here on 1010XL. Matt, how'd practice go out there today?
Went really well today, man. Thank you.
Big game on Sunday, obviously. This is why you do those wind sprints in May and June, to put on those pads in July for a chance to win the division in front of the home crowd. Level of excitement for this football team heading into Sunday?
I think all of us are really excited for this, man. Yet steady. We have the purpose of winning this game and taking it all home for the community, for the fan base, and importantly for us, man. So we're all excited for this week. Finish strong. Last game of the season.
You're in this position because you've won 7 games in a row. You're a veteran in this league. You've seen a lot of football in your time. 7 in a row is pretty good. I mean, what is going so right for this team right now?
Looking back, we're 7-0, but at the same time, it's a refresh every time we hit this field on Wednesday. Right now, in our minds, we're 1-0. And it's a big week. Every NFL team, especially the Titans, they got a lot of their guys back. They're starting to click more on offense, and so it's a big week for us, man. So we can't take anything lightly, but at the same time, we're all amped up and ready to go out there and play and finish strong. So
you mentioned Tennessee. Really, since the game you guys played against them, they've been pretty good ever since that. I think they've scored 24 or more points in their last 4 contests. Why is Tennessee's offense clicking a little bit right now?
I think they're starting to get a feel for what works for them, and based on film and everything, it's a completely different team that we faced. They're starting to trust each other more, and everything looks a lot more fluid. So that puts more pressure on us to do what we have to do and do our job right. So it's a big game for us. It's a respectable team, and they got good players. We got good players, so it's going to be another battle.
What would it mean to win a division title and get a home playoff game here in Jacksonville?
It would mean everything, especially for us, as a defense, as an offense, as a group, as a fan base. In the past, it took us a while to get to this point, and our main goal is to finish strong, man, and take it home for us. So,
final question, Matt. Do you guys sense the excitement in this city? I mean, they are pretty fired up for Sunday and beyond. Do you guys understand that?
I think we do. At the same time, we block out a lot of the noise, and we just focus on us, and I think that's a big part of our success. Not really worrying about what the media says too much. No offense to you, but
we've been good to you, Matt. I promise.
You guys been good. You guys been great. But at the same time, it's just really what matters between in the lines and what happens in these meeting rooms, and constantly trying to improve and polish up what we need to get better on. And so that really what matters to us, and winning for us, but at the same time, for the community, for the fan base, for the city of Jacksonville. So it's all a win-win, and it takes, this is the week to put in the work and bring it home.
Final question for you individually. You think about where your season started in August to where you are now entering January, playing meaningful snaps on a defense. What about your journey this year? Have you contemplated that much recently?
I think I really won't take it in until the season's over with, until, hopefully holding up that trophy. But it's definitely been a journey. It's definitely been a journey. I'm blessed to be given the opportunity to go out there and play, and I'm blessed to have these coaches trusting me, my players trusting me, and contribute to this defense and contribute to winning. And there's still a lot of work to be done. But I'm definitely fortunate to be a part of this city and be a part of this team. So it's just constantly keep telling myself, just keep going to work, keep grinding, let the cards fall where they fall.
Matt, best of luck on Sunday. We'll be watching.
I appreciate you.
There you go, Jaguar defensive lineman Matt Dickerson. Appreciate his time earlier this week down at the Miller Electric Center. Again, Jaguars Titans Sunday, 1 o'clock. Great story. And look, the defense has got to get after Cam Ward. Tennessee has scored 24 points or more in their last 4 games. And this is the kind of game where you want to get on Tennessee early, man. You don't want to give them the slightest inkling of pulling off an upset. You want to jump on them early. You want to establish yourselves early, and it's going to be vital to do that so that, and to me, I don't know how much fight Tennessee will have in the second half if you jump on top of them early on there on Sunday afternoon. Another Jaguar defensive player that's been playing terrific football is Buster Brown at corner. Absolutely fantastic. Some of the plays he's made, his play along with Jarian Jones, Antonio Johnson, Greg Newsome, all the guys back there in the secondary, a key part to why the Jaguar defense has been so good this year. I had the opportunity to talk with Buster Brown earlier down in the Jaguar locker room.
All right, inside the Jaguar locker room, we got Monteric Buster Brown with us here on 1010XL. Buster, how we doing?
We're doing great.
Great performance by you last week. The entire secondary, you guys really looked good out there. Did you feel you played as well when you look back on the film?
Oh, yeah. When I watched the film, man, I felt good. I feel like I did a great job from start to end. So, it was a great defensive performance, and I feel like we did a good job as a whole.
7 in a row for this football team. What is going so right now?
We just clicking, man, we playing together, we trusting each other, and, man, we trusting in camp, and he putting us in the right spots, and we making plays.
Between you, Jarian, Antonio, it's like a competition for the secondary, man. You guys are getting that ball, you're knocking it away. Is this the best the secondary's played all year?
Most definitely. We making plays each week, and, man, that's what we do in practice, so, man, it's just translating to the game, and, man, we just hope to continue it.
You get to be at home on Sunday with a chance to win a division title. What's the excitement level in this locker room for this opportunity on Sunday?
To win the AFC South, man, that's one of the goals. So, man, it's a lot of excitement around here, and, man, we ready to go get that.
To do that, you got to knock off the Titans. Cam Ward looks like he's playing better in the last month. What are your thoughts on facing Tennessee again?
Just do what we did the first time, eliminate the run, eliminate the receivers outside, and eliminate the explosives. So just do our job like we've been doing.
This is why you do those win sprints in May and June and July. This is why you put on those pads in August to play at home for a chance to win the division. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, man, it's a big moment. This is what we've been grinding for since May, and, man, it's here now. So it's time to go even harder and go get it.
What would it mean to win the division? More importantly, what would it mean to get a home playoff game here in Jacksonville?
Man, it mean a lot, getting to play in front of the Duval, man, our fans, man. I know they'll be excited and it'll be packed and crazy. So, man, it means a lot playing in front of our home fans.
As we wrap up, Buster, you guys get the sense of the city. They are really excited about what's going on. Do you sense that excitement in this locker room?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I can go outside of the building, man, just feel the energy. It's crazy, man, from the fans in Duval, man. It's crazy. And, man, everybody's excited and we're excited.
Best of luck on Sunday. We'll be watching.
Thank you.
There you go, Buster Brown. You think about a guy like Buster Brown. We talk about Antonio Johnson, Jarian Jones, Cole Van Lannon. Guys of that sort. You can really go to any position. I just talked with Matt Dickerson's another one. What Devin Lloyd has done, good grief. Travis Etienne having a career year. It's everybody on the roster. Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, Brenton Strange busting out with a career year. Just great stuff all over that football field, and they have the opportunity to cap it off on Sunday by winning the AFC South championship. We talked to current Jaguars. Now let's talk to a former Jacksonville Jaguar. My buddy Cecil Shorts spent 4 years as a wide receiver here in Jacksonville, also as a former Houston Texan. What are they saying in Houston about their 8-game winning streak, but the Jaguars' 7-game winning streak? I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say no team in NFL history has won 9 games in a row in the regular season and not won a division title. But that is Houston's scenario. If they win and Jacksonville wins, the Texans would have won 9 games in a row and still not won the division. That is pretty crazy to think about. Let's talk about all of it with a former Jaguar and a former Texan, my buddy Cecil Shorts. He joins me next on a Friday night here in Northeast Florida, taking you into a big football weekend. We're glad you're with us. Hacker After Dark on 1010XL and on 92.5 FM.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Hello,
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Want to be an MRN honorary pit reporter? Complete with tickets to the February 12th dual races at Daytona International Speedway and shadow MRN reporters as they do interviews along pit road at the pre-race stage. Text RACE to the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010 for your chance to race to win at K1 Speed Racing Friday, January 9th. Best time wins. Thanks to K1 Speed and the Motor Racing Network.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care? Totally different. They saw me the next day, gave me honest pricing up front, and even set me up with a payment plan I could actually afford. No pressure, no surprise charges, just kind people who get it. If you want to experience dentistry the way it should be, book your appointment today at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has proudly served Jacksonville from the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard. From archery to hunting and fishing, they've got the gear, service, and know-how to get you outdoor ready. Stop by their full-service archery pro shop and check out their wide selection of firearms. And while you're there, sign up for their weekly concealed weapon classes. You can find it all at greenacresporting.com.
What race car driver won 27 times in one season?
When your homeowner's insurance policy is up for renewal, it's a good idea to shop around to find a better plan. Southern Oak Insurance for over 20 years provides Floridians a clear option. SouthernOak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Richard Petty, the King, won 200 times in his career, including 27 times in 1967.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Hey folks, it's Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Class, and I think you deserve a spa-like shower, don't you? Get rid of that dirty, dated setup you have in your bathroom. Those old-style showers can be really ugly. Install a gorgeous frameless shower with thick, sexy glass and a free diamond coating protection that's easier to clean, like Rain-X for your shower. Your bathroom will feel like a luxury spa every morning and night. You deserve it. Visit my friends at LeeandKate'sGlass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Have a ball picking the bowls.
You've got the chance to win $1,000 in jewelry from Beard's Diamonds.
Brought to you by Burlock and Barrel American Whiskey.
You pick 'em.
Log on to 1010XL.com and start picking.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
Learn the secrets to bring your A game on the Edwin Watts Golf Hour.
Yeah, well, you really crushed that ball off the tee, I'll tell you what.
Learn the latest on new equipment from all the major manufacturers on the Edwin Watts Golf Hour. Saturday morning at 10 on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit DFHSalesEvent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Back here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM in the city of Jacksonville. We are glad you are with us. Jaguars Titans regular season finale Sunday 1 o'clock. You'll hear the game right here on 1010XL. A win for Jacksonville will give them the AFC South. It would be only the third division title for the Jaguars this century, if you can believe that. Let's preview the game. Let's talk about the AFC playoff picture as well with a former Jacksonville Jaguar, my buddy Cecil Shorts, always kind enough to join us here on 1010XL. Cecil, Happy New Year to you, man. How are you?
I'm good, brother. Happy New Year to you as well.
Cecil, appreciate the time as always. All right, it is division clinching time for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are one win away. Before we talk about the game, you as a former Jaguar, man, 12-4. They've won 7 in a row. When you watch this team, are you as taken aback as I am at how good they appear to be playing heading into the postseason?
Yeah, man, I didn't see this coming. I thought it was going to be a rebuilding year, or a year to kind of get Liam and Gladstone under their, a year under their belt and kind of put this thing together. But they got these guys believing. They got these guys playing hard. These guys are rolling right now. They're playing their best football of the year at the right time. And I can't say that I imagined this happening, especially this soon, right? But to hear that they're about to have a chance to clinch the division just for what you said, the third time in the century?
Only the third time since 1999, yep.
That sounds crazy. It sounds insane, but I'm happy for them. Well-deserving this year, and they got a shot. To me, the AFC is wide open. There is no Mahomes. You have to go through Mahomes. You have to go through, a Lamar Jackson. Now, they played well last week, and Derrick Henry got things rolling, right? But, they're not the same, especially on the defensive side of the ball, as they once were or kind of known to be in Baltimore, right? So, to me, the AFC is wide open. So any team can have a shot, and that includes Jacksonville.
The absolutely crazy thing, let's talk about Liam Cohen for a second, is the fact that I believe the Jaguars, Cecil, were the only team to interview him. And now there's legitimate talk about him being coach of the year. What did Jacksonville see that so many other teams did not?
You know what? If I'm not mistaken, didn't he accept the job, then not accept the job, and then, no, I'm going to take the job?
Basically, he turned them down, and then 4 hours later had a change of heart after Trent Baalke was shown the door. So you connect the dots there.
Gotcha. Well, I think what they saw was somebody has a creative mind, somebody that did some great things with Baker Mayfield, some great things with the young running backs they had there in that offense, kind of turned things around quickly, somebody that they believe that could really rally the troops, and he's been shown to do that. Like, these guys are running through a brick wall for him. The way he comes in after a game is so fired up, and the way they are so attentive when he talks, you can just tell they believe everything he's saying, and they're buying into what he's building. And that's a huge thing for a player, when you can not only buy in, but you feel the change, you feel and understand what he's saying, and you're seeing it. That's a really big deal.
Cecil Shorts, former Jaguar wide receiver, with us here on 1010XL in Jacksonville. And obviously, Liam was brought in to win games, but almost as important was to fix Trevor Lawrence. And boy, has he done that. 26 passing touchdowns. Cecil, Trevor has 9 touchdowns on the ground now. He joins Josh Allen, Cam Newton, and Kyler Murray as the only quarterbacks in league history to have at least 26 passing touchdowns and at least 9 rushing touchdowns in the same year, which is pretty crazy to think about that. Just your thoughts on the way Trevor is playing.
Trevor's been staying healthy. I think that's a big thing for him. But he's been playing outstanding. He's probably right now, during this winning streak, he's probably the top 5 quarterback in the league statistically. He's probably his top 5 quarterback in the league, just the way he's been playing. He's playing at an outstanding level right now. And this was a big improvement from early on in the year, getting his feet wet under the system, trying to figure things out, a little bit of inconsistencies here and there. But he is playing lights out. He's protecting the football. He's getting rid of the ball quick. They surrounded him with tons of weapons that understand where they need to be, where Trevor wants to be. They're understanding the offense better, and he's comfortable. This is the most comfortable I've seen him in a offense with any team that he's been on in Jacksonville. So this is a big step forward for him. He seems like he can be the franchise guy moving forward, and this is a great thing for the city.
Your guy, Parker Washington, went over 100 yards again last week. You combine him with Jacoby Myers, Brenton Strange, Brian Thomas, Travis Etienne. I mean, even despite not having Travis Hunter, I think the Jaguars have as complete a nucleus of skill position guys maybe as any team in the AFC entering the postseason.
Well, I tell you what, kudos to Gladstone and his company for getting Jacoby Myers in. And not only getting him in, but he was the right fit for what they were looking for. He was an instant impact. And then not only getting him in the building, but locking him up for long term. You know what I mean? I think that once you have a guy that fits what you want to do, and you identify that, now it's about keeping him there and the chemistry he's building with that room. It seems like it's unselfish, right? It doesn't matter who's making plays. 1 week is Parker Washington. Next week is Jacoby. The week before that, I'm Brenton Strange. These guys just want to play. These guys just want to make plays when their number is called. And early on, it seemed like there was some inconsistencies, but these guys, they're coming together at the right time, man. I can't say that enough. Good teams find ways to win in November, December, and this group that they put together without Travis Hunter, we know how explosive he is in the beginning of the year. This honestly may help them give, Travis, hey, maybe you focus on one side of the ball. Maybe you focus on defense, right? Maybe you focus on this or whatever the case may be, make it easier on Travis moving forward. But these guys can play, and they're doing some good stuff right now.
Couple of more for former Jaguar wide receiver Cecil Shorts. Cecil, I want to look at the game Sunday and then the playoff picture in a moment. But you were a Jaguar for 4 years. You're still very active on social media. You know this fan base. Liam Cohen has read the room perfectly. Now, the guy's only lived here 11 months. I mean, he's a New England guy, but in a very short amount of time, he knows his fan base, man. Going public with the whole small market thing, going public with the whole disrespect from the national media thing. Cohen is saying stuff publicly that Jaguar fans have been talking about for years, and boy, they're eating it up, man. Cohen can do no wrong here right now.
Man, his awareness of the city, his awareness of the team, his awareness of what he needs to say and how to win people over is top notch. Like he's really right now doing everything that he should be doing to have the city love him, his players love him, everybody in that building love him, the media, the whole nine. He has won the community of Jaguars all across the world of how he presents himself every day, how he's coaching, how his production is, and then what he's saying to the media. It's just saying the right things. And I think that's a little bit of him, like him being a smaller school guy, kind of working his way up in the ranks from his playing days all the way up until him being an OC in Tampa, man. He's really had to grind and kind of work his way up. So for him to come here and get guys to buy in, the city to buy in, is no big deal. He's been grinding, been an underdog his whole life. So I love the fact that he's come in and bought into it and got everybody believing.
So they're 1 win away. They play the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. And I'll say this. I was in the locker room earlier this week. For anybody that's concerned the Jaguars are looking past Tennessee, I would put those concerns to bed pretty quickly. Obviously, Cohen and the coaching staff have drilled this into them over the first couple of days of practice this week. It's all about how great Cam Ward has been for the last 4 weeks. You would think Cam Ward is Joe Montana, the way they're talking about him in that locker room. All the points Tennessee is scoring and how great Jeffrey Simmons is. Look, some of that's true. I mean, they are playing better. At the end of the day, this is still a 3-13 team, but you would not know that in talking to the Jaguars this week. To me, they are laser focused on the task at hand.
And again, that's kudos to Liam Cohen. When you have your team locked in, when you have your team focused on and not taking anybody for granted, right? That's somebody that's leading well. That's somebody that's not like, hey, we're not looking to the playoffs. We're trying to take one game at a time, and we understand what's at stake. Honestly, this is a playoff type game because if we're win, we get to host another game in Jacksonville. You know what I mean? And honestly, you don't want to overlook a AFC South opponent. We know how tough it is to beat the AFC South. They know you best, and even though The Titans are 3-13. They have shown some life in different areas. They have shown some ability to score points. They have shown some ability to show some life and fight and try to figure things out. And Cam Ward, honestly, I kind of hate to say it, but he's getting better as the year goes on, which means he might have a bright future ahead of him, right? Make the AFC South even tougher. But I tell you what, man, Liam and these guys are led well, and they're understanding how big this game is. And they seem laser focused, and I'm happy for them because they need to go out there and play well to be able to compete and get ready for the playoffs.
Cecil, as we begin to wrap up, I said this last Saturday when Houston beat the Chargers, and you're obviously a former Texan as well. The Texans are officially a pain in the butt because they're just not losing. That's what we think about them. 8 wins in a row is crazy. I would have to think there's probably some frustration out in Houston that Jacksonville has also decided to not lose in the last 2 months. And I believe if both teams win on Sunday, it would be the first time in league history that 2 teams in the same division would enter the playoffs on 8-game or longer winning streaks.
I love it, man. Like, it was a joke. The AFC South was a joke not too long ago. It was a situation where nobody believed the AFC South was a legit division, and now you got 2 teams on some hot streaks coming in and can shock the AFC. So I'm looking forward to it, man. This is something that they are definitely, I would say, they're not frustrated. They're kind of focused on themselves, the Texans. But they definitely see what's at hand. They definitely understand, hey, Jacksonville's good too. And they're definitely thinking they hope Jacksonville kind of chokes up and loses this week so they can host next week and be the AFC South champs. But I'm happy to see it. Like I'm happy to see the growth of both teams. And I tell you what, man, I say it again, the AFC South is wide open. It's wide open. I wouldn't be surprised if the Texans or the Jacksonville make a super long run in the playoffs and make some noise, man. It's going to be exciting to see the next few weeks for sure.
A win for Houston on Sunday, if Jacksonville wins, would give Houston the 5 seed. Houston's going to play their guys, right? I mean, they're gonna try to win on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're in it to win it. There is no sitting out. There is no even thought about that. They know they need to improve in some areas. They know they want to play and stay hot coming into the playoffs next week. They plan on playing everybody. So I wouldn't be surprised. Unless, of course, the game gets out of hand early on, right? But they expect them to go out there and try to win and try to kick butt as they've been doing.
Cecil, final question. As the AFC playoffs begin, and we'll certainly preview it with you next week with both the Texans and the Jaguars participating. As we enter the postseason, who's the best team in the AFC in your opinion?
I'm still going to have to say New England. New England, in my opinion, is playing lights out. I think I might have said the Broncos as number 2 last week when we talked. But New England, the way they're putting things together, the way they're dominating on both sides of the football right now, I think it's a scary team to be seen right now. So even though I think it's open, I think New England is really, really good. And they have a chance to make some noise. And I would say they're the best team in the AFC right now.
Former Jaguar wide receiver, my buddy Cecil Shorts. Cecil, enjoy Week 18 of the National Football League. You and I will get back together next week and preview Wild Card Weekend. And wild to think that both the Jaguars and the Texans will be participating. Thank you as always, my friend.
Hey, take care, RG. Happy New Year.
Offense puts people in seats. Points put teams in the playoffs. Who will be this week's Offensive Player of the Game on 1010XL? Nailed down by Universal Roofing Contracting.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal. Is that a turtleneck? Can't you feel it, Jason? There's a chill in the air. A definite nip. I mean, it is January. In Jacksonville, Jason. I didn't come here for cold. Well, I wouldn't call this. Cold weather gives me the sniffles. Sniffles turns to pneumonia. Suddenly, I'm in a hospital bed with a tube down my throat because Florida didn't get the memo about ignoring winter. So, switch over to heat. What if my system can't remember how to heat? Dude, put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Bueller Air and Plumbing can make sure your system is ready to switch from cooling to heat. We'll clean your heating coil to get rid of that burning dust smell and make sure you have the coolant pressure to keep your heat pump pumping out the heat. I had no idea these sunglasses worked in the winter.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
If you need a holiday gift idea, let Kuhn Flowers handle that for you. This is Max from 1010XL. Simply go online at kuhnflowers.com and look at the wide variety of floral and plant arrangements that will make someone's day this holiday season.
There's no doubt that we were in good hands when our son's shoulder and hip issues were diagnosed quickly by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. No matter what your orthopedic issue is, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take a look. You'll be glad you did.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Life happens every day, and sometimes it gets in the way. That's why 1010XL makes it easy to listen to your favorites. If you missed it, get it on demand.
At 1010XL.com.
Channeled by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Flame Broiler, the Rice Bowl King, is turning up the flavor with new char wings. These wings are charbroiled, never fried, grilled to perfection for a big taste without the grease. Grab them as a 3-piece or 10-piece side, or make it a meal with a 6 or 8-piece combo, served with rice and a drink. Order pickup or delivery today from any of Flame Broiler's 5 Jacksonville locations, or call 904-619-2786. Flame Broiler. Bold flavor done right.
At Hollis Pools, building a pool is personal. We sit down with you, listen to your vision, and bring your backyard dreams to life right here in Northeast Florida. Working with us doesn't feel like working with a contractor. It feels like working with family. Every Hollis Pools project supports Project Savior Outdoors, helping bring hope to our veterans. Visit HollisPools.com. Hollis Pools, your vision, your pool, your escape. License number CPC 1461233.
Frank Frangie for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember when the Jaguars upset the Denver Broncos in the 1996 divisional round as a 14-point underdog and launched them into the AFC Championship? Well, you know who won't upset you? The team at Coil Fencing. Coil is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has been serving the Jacksonville community for nearly 100 years. From sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love to tough chain link for your commercial project, Coil does it all. Visit CoilJacks.com. That's COILE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is Hacker After Dark on 1010XL.
Approaching halftime, Hacker After Dark, 1 hour down, 1 hour to go. We'll take you till 10 o'clock as we do every night right here on 1010XL. And on 92.5 FM. Coming up in the 9 o'clock hour, Easton Freeze, A to Z Sports.com. Easton's actually based up in Nashville. So we'll do Jaguars Titans. We'll talk AFC South, but we'll at the AFC playoff picture as a whole with Easton Freeze, A2ZSports.com. Also, my buddy Brad Steele. He is the host of the Two-Tone Talk Titan podcast. He's one of my guys when it comes to the Tennessee Titans. How are they looking at their season finale coming in here to Jacksonville on Sunday? Why is Cam Ward all of a sudden playing better? What is the future for Calvin Ridley in a Titan uniform? Remember him? And what direction may Tennessee go in their head coaching search? Because remember, their offseason officially begins on Monday. So Brad Steele of the Two-Tone Talk podcast joins me later on here in the 9 o'clock hour on Hacker After Dark. More on the NFL. I want to talk about Week 18 in a moment. But one more time, let's go into the Jaguar locker room. Earlier on, I caught up with Dewan Smoot, defensive lineman. Dewan Smoot's got a pretty good gauge on what's going on. Remember, he was a part of the last playoff team, obviously, in 2022. He was also in the mix in 2017. Dewan Smoot has been around for a while, one of the longest tenured Jacksonville Jaguars. Obviously, he left for a year, right, had a cup of coffee in Buffalo, but now is back, and I think he's a good reference. He's a good guy to talk to about the feeling in that locker room. He's certainly seen a lot in his time here in Jacksonville, and earlier on, I was down in the Jaguar locker room. I did go one-on-one with Jaguar defensive lineman Dewan Smoot. Here is that conversation on Hacker After Dark.
All right, inside the Jaguar locker room, Jaguars getting ready for the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. We get Jaguar D lineman Dewan Smoot with us here on 1010XL. Dewan, how practice go out there today?
It went very well. We were focused. Yeah, I mean, we're just looking each and every week to just stack another one. And like I said, we were focused today. We were intentional about everything we did today. It was more of a walkthrough day, but we were able to rest our bodies, but really work our minds today.
7 in a row. What's going so right for this football team right now?
We're in a groove. We're all about consistency right now, and we're approaching each and every week like it is the Super Bowl, you know. We're approaching it with a lot of seriousness and making sure that each and every week that we're just getting better at one thing. So I feel like that's been the key to our success for sure.
12 wins, obviously going for your 13th, and a 13th would bring an AFC South championship. You were a part of the last couple AFC South championship rosters here. How excited are you guys for the opportunity to go out there in front of the home crowd and win a division title?
I mean, we're super excited. We know how important this is, but we know and understand that they're not just going to roll over. They've been pretty good the last 3-4 weeks. Honestly, ever since we played them as well, too. Pollard has went off for over 100 yards for the last 3 to 4 weeks as well, too. So we know and understand the team that we're going against, and we know they're not just going to roll over. We have to go out there and play our best game.
To that point, Cam Ward looks like he's really finding himself a little bit. You mentioned that offense is starting to roll a little bit. What have you seen from Cam Ward on tape? Why is he getting so much better?
I think he's just getting more confident out there. He's knowing and understanding where his receivers are going to be. He's reading defense as well. And they're running the ball well, so it's like a 1-2 punch right now. So, I mean, we have a big test ahead of us for sure.
You know, obviously, you played Phillip Rivers last week, 44 years old. I saw you and him have a little interaction together. That was fun. Now you go to a rookie quarterback. I mean, just talk about the difference. That's crazy to go up against somebody 44 last week and then a rookie this week.
Yeah, we know he's not as fragile this week for sure. I mean, it's a lot of youth. We know that he's Cam Ward. He's really good with his legs. You know, he's able to get out of the pocket. He's able to create a lot of off-schedule plays. So that's going to be the focus this week is to just keep rushing, rush with effort and keep him in the pocket for sure.
You have a different perspective than a lot of guys in this locker room, the amount of time you've been in Jacksonville. You were part of the last couple playoff runs. You sense the excitement in this city. Do you guys have any idea how pumped this fan base is right now?
Oh, I know they're pumped. I mean, this is for me, it's the first 13-win team that I've been a part of as well, too. So, I mean, I know that I'm seeing how excited the city is, and, we're excited to continue to go down this path and keep, winning some games for sure.
As we wrap up, what would it mean to have a home playoff game for this roster?
Oh, I mean everything. I know whenever we do play in Duval, we play some of our best football, so it'll be huge for us to be able to come into the playoffs with a lot of confidence and be able to do it in front of our home fans for sure.
Final question. You mentioned confidence. There's got to be a lot of confidence in this locker room right now. Do you sense the confidence?
Definitely. And understand it, especially when we're down in certain games. Especially last week, we went down 10, and our confidence didn't waver. We knew and understood what we had to do. We had to just buckle down and play our brand of football. So that's the huge part about this team and the difference about this team. Like, we know and understand what we can do, and there's a lot of confidence in that. Right.
Dewan, best of luck. We'll be watching on Sunday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Jaguar defensive lineman Dewan Smoot with us here on Hacker After Dark. We certainly thank him, Matt Dickerson, Buster Brown, and all the Jaguars we got a chance to talk to this week. Jaguars-Titans Sunday, 1 o'clock. More on that ball game coming up in 15 minutes. Easton Freeze, A to Z Sports.com. Couple of other things in the world of sports that are going to happen this weekend. Florida basketball, by the way, starts conference play tomorrow. SEC play begins for all the conference teams, and Florida is at Missouri tomorrow night in their SEC opener on the SEC network. The Gators 9-4 on the year, obviously dropping all their big non-conference games to the Duke Blue Devils, UConn, Arizona. They were all close. They could have won all of them. They did not win any of them. Conference play for Florida tomorrow. Missouri on the road, 8:30 tomorrow night on the SEC network. Speaking of Florida and the rest of the college football atmosphere, the transfer portal officially open today. Denmark, it's a madhouse, man. I mean, it is crazy stuff going on. It's almost too much to keep up with. I think Florida's got like 10 to a dozen guys already scheduled to come in for visits. And certainly the big one is Aaron Shiloh, the quarterback of Georgia Tech. Conventional thinking is he's going to follow Buster Faulkner with him from Atlanta to Gainesville. And I guess Florida fans are not only waiting on that, they're waiting on Jaden Baugh. And as we have the portal open now for the last 21 hours, nothing from Jaden Baugh. I don't know how to read that, anything, but that's probably a good sign for the Gators.
Yes, KD Daniels, Trayon Webb, Jacoby Jackson, all the other Florida running backs are in the portal.
Makes you think they know something.
Yeah, and I think if Ball wanted to hit the portal, he would have done it by now.
I agree. What about Aaron Shiloh? A lot of Gator fans aren't familiar with him. I don't know that much about him other than he was going to be the guy at Georgia Tech next year, so it's a double whammy for the Yellow Jackets. Not only do they lose Buster Faulkner, but they're likely going to lose their projected starting quarterback in 2026. And I believe he's the guy that basically broke most of Trevor Lawrence's high school records in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, that's about all I know from him. He was in limited, he played in 8 games, it was 2 years at Georgia Tech. He was supposed to be the next really good guy. Philo is, he's supposed to be really good. So I'll just kind of go off that. I mean, most of the people in the portal from teams I don't usually regularly watch play, I'm just kind of going to go with the assumption. Like 2 weeks ago, I went on a couple of Georgia Tech podcasts, kind of listened to what they said, and they were like pretty disappointed when DJ Lagway hit the portal. They were like, yeah, this means that Aaron Philo is usually probably going to hit the portal and then probably go to Florida.
We'll see what happens with Philo, but that appears to be the direction, at least if you connect the dots. Speaking of DJ Lagway, I saw the schools that are in play for him, at least the rumored schools. It's like Baylor, Missouri, Virginia. It's not Louisville. Yeah, I mean, look, nothing against those schools, but that's not exactly Ohio State, LSU, Oregon. Surprised you that those apparently are the schools in the running for DJ Lagway right now?
A little bit. I'm surprised a bigger school isn't in consideration, like an Arizona State or a school of that caliber. Not exactly, exactly Arizona State, but I kind of thought that one of those big time schools would just look at Lagway and look at his freshman season and be like, I can fix him. But if he has a really good year, then, whatever school he's at now, if he goes to one of those lower end schools, he'll be back in the portal next year and probably, be back in the same situation he's in right now.
Yeah, nothing says you can't transfer twice, although I wish there was. I think there needs to be a caveat at some point. But Baylor, obviously that's where his dad went, so that's why they're in play. But Missouri, Louisville, Virginia, the others that are reportedly in play, at least right now, for the services of DJ Lagway. Portal is open for 2 weeks. So you're going to see a courting process, and then you're going to see signatures, I would guess, in the next 7 to 10 days from a lot of these guys in this portion of the transfer portal. And then quickly in the National Football League, a lot of games where teams are playing out the stretch. We know the 2 games tomorrow, Tampa Bay, Carolina, and San Francisco, Seattle, both have significance. Probably the biggest significant game of the weekend is Sunday Night Football. Hopefully we're celebrating a Jaguar AFC South championship while we're watching Pittsburgh and Baltimore go at it for the AFC North. The winner will be the 4 seed and get a home playoff game wild card weekend. The loser season is over. Denmark, it's not a great slate of games, but I think the NFL did luck out getting Pittsburgh and Baltimore winner take all in the AFC North.
Yeah, it's kind of pathetic that that's not a Saturday night game and the Niners and Seahawks isn't a Sunday night game. I understand it's a winner take all, and both Niners and Seahawks are going to make the playoffs, but to have the number 1 seed on the line and have them play on a short week is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. And one thing I'll add to this, like we think it's bad now, they're going to add an extra game to the regular season here in the future. So you're going to have more games that are irrelevant in the last week of the regular season. And it wasn't that long ago when you had 16 games where it felt like half of the slate had some kind of playoff implications. That's no longer the case.
We will continue the Jaguar-Titan conversation. We will get the Tennessee Titans point of view in just a little bit. Brad Steele is the host of the Two Tone Talk Titan podcast. He joins us coming up here in about 25 minutes or so. Coming up next, Easton Freeze, A to Z Sports.com, does a terrific job covering the National Football League. Let's talk Jags Titans. Let's talk AFC South. Let's talk AFC playoff picture. Easton Freeze of A to Z Sports next, right here on Hacker After Dark.
It's been an amazing season under first-year head coach Liam Cohen, and it's time for a postseason tune-up against Tennessee. Activate maximum momentum and bring it to the bank. All aboard! Jaguars Titans, Sunday at 1 on Duval's home of the Jaguars. 1010XL. 10XL.
Checkmate. I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, adorable mascot for Checkmate Coatings.
If you're thinking of refinishing your garage floor, there's 2 things you need to know about us. My family has been in the concrete coatings industry for more than 40 years.
And I was drawn 6 months ago by an artist in New Jersey.
Why is that even relevant?
Well, you said 40 years experience, so I had to give them something.
Over the years, we've worked closely with major manufacturers to develop a multi-layer application process that creates beautiful, durable, and long-lasting floors.
So even decades from now, your garage floor will look as gorgeous as it did the day it was installed.
Experience?
Check. Durable?
Check. Decades of experience making garage floors gorgeous? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit CheckmateCoatings.com. That's CheckmateCoatings.com.
Florida doesn't ease into the heat. It comes fast and it comes hard. And if your AC barely survived last summer, you're already on borrowed time. That's why Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning wants you to start the year off strong with a new AC system. Make the smart move before summer hits. Right now, get their lowest price of the year, $1,000 off a new AC system when you install by February 28th. Call now to schedule your free estimate and get ahead of the season. 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH, Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
I used to dread going to the dentist. Every visit felt like a sales pitch with constant upselling, surprise fees on my bill, and I could never get in when I needed to. But Harbor Dental Care, totally different.